A force that was buried years ago.
Hey, we are live. How's it going, everybody?
Terror has been reawakened. Fear rekindled. By the time you count to 5,
Jason versus Michael Myers. I'll definitely make a Discord next time.
to a new beginning.
I've heard that a couple of times already. Oh, the dancing girl. Oh, man.
Friday the 13th, the game.
You see, people don't realize, man, Game is part of the franchise. And so that's why it's sort of like Jason's not quite dead. He's still sort of in contention. But definitely we're doing Jason versus Michael Myers. Let's start off. Kid Jason versus Kid Michael. Who wins, right? Because they both start off as kids, right? So wins in that respect, because Jason just came out of the lake when he was at the end of part 1, and he's a kid, but he's a little retarded, right? He's got like Down syndrome face. And Michael Myers, he's still sort of a little kid, just killed the one person, and that's it. But he was also Jason was living underwater, so he's a better swimmer, because he was supposed to be afraid of water, but the motherfucker was swimming in the lake. I'm here now, man. Takes a lot of tech, though. I was trying to be on time, but there's also a playoff game going on right now. That's what sort of kept me from being right on time. I always try to do 2:00, but I'm here now. So let's sell this age-old argument. All right, so Kid Jason versus Kid Michael. So they're both kids, right? They both killed people while they were kids, right? No, but Jason came out of the lake at the very end of part 1, but he didn't kill the lady. He just sort of like made her like it was sort of like a dream, and you don't know if that was really him or not, because you only saw like Kid Jason like a couple of times. So who knows? But I would definitely say probably maybe Kid Michael. No. Kid Jason would definitely win, because Kid Jason was more supernatural, because you're like, whoa, I thought he was dead, but he popped up in the lake. So he started off undead, probably with more powers. Michael just decided to kill his sister, and that was it. So which one of them were stronger? I don't know, man. You got to depend on which movie it was, too. All right, see, look, I got a nice little overlay for it, too. Boom. We're either talking about that Michael, old man Michael Myers, or a bit younger Jason. But Jason seemed to get stronger the older he got, right? Like Jason, by part 6, after he died in part 4, he got super strong. He was just throwing you around and your arm would fall off, right? Like, who can actually bench more, this Jason or Michael? Honestly, I'm going to say Michael, since he's a murderer, but since Jason became a murderer after Pamela died, which was in his 30s or 40s, I'm going to give the one to the Kid Michael. You think so? All right, I think probably Kid Michael then. But I don't know, Kid Jason. I don't know, yeah, because did Kid Jason actually kill anybody? He just sort of took that girl into the bottom of the lake, and that's it. But she was making a report to the cops. Or who's stronger overall? That's what I would say. Because look, Jason does shit like he could pull your arm off and punch you through the chest. His strongness is crazy. I don't know. See, this is some Halloween 2018 kills. He's strong, but he's still an old man, too. So you don't know, like, he's not as strong as Jason was. Jason was punching fools' heads off. Like, basically right there, snapping that kid's neck. Pretty
Repeat,
much
officer
bet
down.
anybody could do that.
I need assistance and backup right away.
Where's the loo?
Well, see, he was able to twist that dude up pretty
South
good,
that way,
so
around the
I guess
back.
he could be stronger there, right? But Jason's more like reality based. He's not. I mean, Michael's more reality based, like he's an actual mental patient and everything. He took a hit though with that crowbar. See, but I don't see even Jason struggling with that fool as much. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Byron, what's going on, dude? Thanks for coming by. I'm also doing this video to promote, like, man, I just had a Michael Myers video and a Jason video that just recently came out. So there you go. You can either watch either or. Want to try to... That's what these streams are for, to support the videos. Go!
Oh God! No! No!
Yeah, see, that's what, Byron, what version of Jason and Michael are we picking? We're just going over a couple of them. Like, let's do... You start off with Kid Jason versus Kid Michael. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Oh, let's get this overlay out of here. Yeah. Oh, it just switches it from one to another. Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, Kid Jason versus Kid Michael. So both of them are supernatural, right? But let's say he was supernatural later on, right? So I say as kids, you probably got to give it to Kid Jason. But Kid Michael is more aggressive, so maybe Kid Michael. Because Kid Jason was a victim, man. He was just, he didn't know how to swim, and the counselors let him drown. And then he got reincarnated when his mom got her head chopped off, right? So I think he was more of like a sympathetic character. But Kid Michael actually... something like clicked in him. Like I think for reals, I thought he was horny for his sister, right? I have a video about that too. Go back and watch that video. He was horny for his sister for a bit. So I think that's why he came into that room and killed his sister. And his motives were like he was more evil from the get-go. I think Kid Jason probably could have had more powers and was born sort of undead. You know, he was undead afterwards, so then that's where you got like consider Jason a real threat. When he's Baghead Jason, you better watch out. Zombie Jason versus full-on supernatural Michael. Ooh, that's a good one, dude. That's what we're trying to... You know what? Or actually, like I was trying to watch... I wanted to upload a clip of like Jason Lives, because Jason Lives, he was fucking throwing guys and their arms were falling off. He was putting their heads right into an RV. He was really, really super strong. Michael's supernatural strong is not even that much, you know? Like, I think he puts his thumb right into your head. Like, that's pretty strong, man. I think you break your thumb before anything, so his joints are strong. And plus, he gets shot up, and he's pretty bulletproof himself. But, like, what is the best supernatural version of Michael? The best supernatural version of Michael has probably been, I don't know, dude, part 6 supernatural Michael. Like, he actually shoved the dude's head into a gate so hard it went through the other end. So he actually didn't even need to kick down that door or something like that. And those were steel bars in part 6. So I don't know, man. That's pretty tough. But I would say Zombie Jason also has like that utility belt. Damn, I wish I had a picture of that too. Yeah, see, he had a utility belt in Jason Lives, so you know what? I would even say part 6 Jason is probably the most strongest, accurate Jason. And that fool threw knives. He could throw a knife at you from wherever, right? So I would have to say Zombie Jason is probably beats the full-on supernatural Michael. And we still know how much supernatural Michael is from even 2018, right? Like, dude, you think Jason would have a problem being locked in that fiery basement? Jason would just be like, man, I'm getting the fuck out of here. He would just punch through those bars and walk the fuck out. It wouldn't even be like, well, how did he get out of the basement? Nah, Jason would just jump right out of it. So he's definitely stronger than this version of Michael Myers in 2018. At least I think so. So the creature from Black Lagoon versus Frankenstein. Oh man, dude. Well, see, Frankenstein doesn't really want to hurt anybody, so I would say the creature from the Black Lagoon. But I think Frankenstein was probably stronger. But yeah, good question, Tech, though. Baghead Jason's versus 2018 Michael. See, that's a good one, dude, because Michael, he's missing a couple of fingers, dude. And Baghead Jason actually had like a full-on like wrestling match with Paul. And he got hit with a chainsaw. Like Jenny was able to fuck him up a little bit. So I don't know, man. And I really like Baghead Jason, though. I wish I could put this to a vote. Hey, Keegan, what's up? Sorry I'm a little late. The person who wrote this comment will win for sure. Thanks, Keegan, for coming by. Yeah, so definitely Baghead Jason versus 2018 Michael. That is something, dude. All right. I wish everybody would vote. See, I stole this idea from Wham. I didn't steal it. I lifted it. You know, they did the idea and I could do the idea, and they have people vote, but they have hundreds of people in their chat, you know? Hey, Ultra Shaggy, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming by. Oh, now we're just going into everything. I hear The Man Unhinged versus Jack Torrance. Dude, that is a tough one, too. No, I would say Jack Torrance, because Jack Torrance has the shining, right? He has like ghost powers and shit. So you definitely got to probably go with Jack Torrance. I got to go with Jack Torrance on that one. You see, the guy from Unhinged, his whole thing is he has a truck. I mean, granted, a truck versus an axe, a truck will win. But Jack has like supernatural powers too. So I don't know. Part 6, Michael's the best matchup for Jason Lives. That is right. That's what I'm saying. In part 6, he was really like invincible. I should put like more banners for Michael. So I would think Michael wins that matchup. Maybe. I don't know, man. Because Jason had a utility belt and throwing knives and all that. And Jason would kill you with one punch, and he folded a dude in half, right? He folded a guy in half. Like, I don't think even part 6 Michael was that strong, but he was able to hold that guy up against that electricity box and shock him enough until that dude's head exploded. So that's something. All right, let's see another matchup here. Oh, Techno. Jim Carrey's The Max versus Hellboy. Oh, man, I don't know enough about those two. Oh, there you go. You could do a vote. All right, here we go. You could do a vote dislike for Jason, like for Michael. Sorry if the dislike was somehow rude. I don't know. It's all right. Man, I wish I could do I wish there was polls. Can I do a poll thing? I think you could do that in Zoom. Zoom and Facebook, you could just do a straight out poll and then have people vote on it. And even while watching Wham, I'm like, all right, come on, dudes. You could do something like that. That's creative and a different way how to do it. Right? All right, here we go. Part 4, Jason versus 2018 Michael. Both not battle damage. Oh, yeah, because part 4, Jason, he was all fucked up. Like, he still had the hatchet wound from, right? He still had the hatchet in the head from part 3. And then 2018 Michael is, you know what? He's fucked up by the end of the movie. By the end, he's only got 3 fingers. He's going to be burnt up. I would say part 4, Jason got to win that one. So, you know what? You got to figure out timelines like which Jason is the best, which is the best matchup for the both of these. Like some of them almost have like a prime, like they're both not battled, like scarred and everything. So let's see. I was also going like through categories like who is stronger, kid, or whatever. Drake, Gray Trace with STEM. Oh yeah, the upgrade guy versus Eddie Brock. Ooh man, that's something. Venom, because that's just a chip, dude. But Eddie Brock, that's also just an alien, right? That's true. Shit. Let's say I will go with Venom because I know more about Venom. And come on, dude, that fool has like a long history of movies and stuff. The guy with STEM is only one movie. All right. So let's go into this matchup more. See, even in this little picture I got, that's more like Halloween 4 Michael versus that's almost like say zombie Michael. I mean zombie Jason. Because I don't know, you know what? He had like a bald head look in Friday the 13th part 3. So that could be like part 3 Jason versus like part 4 Michael by how you can tell from them. But I don't know, man. I say like overall at both of their primes, I would have to say Jason. I think Jason was a bit stronger in every, not even every movie, but in part 6, I don't think Michael was ever that strong. Like Michael wasn't as strong to punch one person, someone's head off with one punch. He wasn't strong enough to punch through your chest and grab your heart through the other side, right? Like Jason was strong enough to sort of like tip over and a car pretty much, and Michael still struggles with some stuff. Like you're still on the fence, like how supernatural is Michael in some of these movies? Even though part 6 is the strongest Michael's ever been, he's still not like punch your head off worthy. So I still gotta say I'm going with Jason. Sorry. But we could break it down in different categories too. Hey, look. Hey, Laser, what's going on, dude? Jason's going to beat Michael's ass. That's what I'm saying. And you know what? If they had a movie, they would never sort of go into it. You know what I'm talking about? If they had a movie like Freddy versus Jason, and you got to count that into consideration. Like Jason pretty much already beat Freddy Krueger, so he's already has like one victory over him. So who knows? He has more and he beat that Carrie girl. So he already has like a record of facing like supernatural people. So I don't know. Michael's just faced Laurie for a whole bunch of years. So I would even say the better, like he's already had like better competition than Michael has. And you know what, man? Disney's gotta buy one of these dudes. Like buy Jason or buy Michael, and let's have some fucking crossovers, right? Like Jason versus Wolverine, Jason versus Deadpool, Michael Myers versus Batman, right? We could do all that sort of crazy stuff. I'm down for it. Roy Burns would die quick. Yeah. But you know what? Roy Burns was sort of like punching through doors and he was stabbing people and holding them up. So you're like, what the shit, dude? How strong is this dude? Even though, granted, that fool looked like Lou Ferrigno or something. Like he was definitely like a gym goer. That fool looked like he ate weight plates. So he was a pretty strong and buff ambulance driver. But I don't think he can mess with even how strong Jason was. Or even Michael for that. Roy Burns would die really quick from either of these guys. Leatherface versus whoever wins this fight. Oh shit. But see, you're also giving Leatherface a chainsaw. So if you take away the chainsaw and they both got fisticuffs, right? You gotta get, I don't know, I still go with Jason. Jason's gotta take that one too. Jason's gotta go over most of these people because he's so strong. Like that's why even Freddy's a different matchup for him because Freddy jumped into his dream and almost like Freddy could even kill him inside Jason's dream, right? So Jason and Michael are both in the real world. They both don't speak, right? So Leatherface does speak, but you know what? Leatherface has backup. So damn, that's a good one too. But they never. I don't think they'll even get to like triple threat matches until like way later on. You know, like I think this is a good matchup. I've been hearing this matchup a lot of times. Like Wham just mentioned it. Dave McRae, a couple of people on Twitter. I think because Michael Myers is very popular right now. People want a Jason movie. People want this matchup because they're almost like evenly matched in most people's eyes because they're both in the real world. They both have like super strength. They both can't die. It's a good matchup. So Leatherface is more grounded in reality too. But a chainsaw could but you know what? Jason also heals too. I think Jason's pretty much he'd fit into the X-Men universe because he grows back and shit. Right? That's why they even kept him alive in Jason X because they're like, we need to experiment on this dude because it's sort of like he regenerates dead tissue and stuff. Like he's full of stem cells. This fool makes stem cells on his own. So there's some like really supernatural stuff for Jason. And even Halloween 2018, they didn't even put Michael at like he was just in a regular ass prison, right? If that was Jason and they really caught him, he'd be like studied by the military or a lab. Hey, what's up, Laser? I think Slasher could be both Jason and Michael. Nope. If I had a bomb or something, or you know what'd be cool too? I think maybe Jigsaw could put him in traps, but Jason would fuck up any trap that you try to put him in. So, there you go. Pinhead versus Freddy. All right, that's a different one. Pinhead versus Freddy. You know what? They were supposed to have Pinhead versus come through at the end. They were supposed to have Pinhead come through on the end of Freddy versus Jason. Like that was gonna be the ending that Pinhead like took them both down to hell. So it was gonna be like Pinhead won't beat both of them because he controls hell. And because how Jason goes to hell, they had all the demons like sort of like drag him down to hell. So it was gonna be like Pinhead shows up at the very end and takes them both down. So you go like, well, Pinhead wins then. See, that's not even fair with Pinhead because Pinhead just got chains. He's got like a crew of people. He's got those Cenobites. And, like you have to have these limitations. So maybe it's like another thing. Pinhead without his powers, Jason would fuck him up. Jason would crush those pins right into that fool's head. And I don't know, he'd punch his head off too. So if he's in the real world, I don't think those chains would affect Jason as much either. I like Michael better, but I have to say Jason's stronger. That's right, Laser. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's not like if we're finding out like who has the better movies right now, no one can mess with Michael. Michael's got the best movies right now. Like, dude, I love Halloween 2018. I'm so excited for Halloween Kills. Halloween Ends is cool. I don't even want it to end after that. I want them to keep making Halloween films for a while, like have some crossovers, have him face somebody else. But Jason definitely needs a new movie, but Jason is really, really strong. Like, there's nobody, even if you consider him like versus a superhero, you don't even know how to compare it. Like, is he Superman strong? No. I would say maybe almost like Hulk strong from like zombie Jason, from tearing off arms and punching through people like very easy. He's that strong. I think he could pretty much beat anybody in part 6. The Joker versus John Wick versus Becky dies right off the bat. She's a kid. All she could do is set up some traps. John Wick, oh man, I think John Wick definitely will beat up Jason Bourne. So if you go like a Final Four, and Joker, he doesn't really fight as much, right? I think later on, no, Riddler got some like venom from Bane and got like super strong, so he actually like could fight with Batman and hang with him a little bit. But maybe John Wick over all of them, dude. I think, yeah, pretty much John Wick. They're all like based in like humans, so if you shoot them in the head, all of them are gonna die. But or John Wick got fucked up at the end of chapter 3, so who knows how well he could fight. Sorry, I'm late. The person who wrote this comment would win for sure. All right. Thanks, Keegan. When is the Zoom call? Man, all right. I'm going to try to do a Zoom stream so we can actually have like polls and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be pretty fun. So, I don't know. I'm looking into it, and maybe by tomorrow I'll do something like that. Hey, Christina Lopez, baby's mama. Michael is crazy strong. No, well, all right, I'm gonna make you watch a Jason movie where he's even stronger. They're both strong. Like I think, like Michael could throw up a lot of weight on the bench, and so can Jason. Like who could bench the most and everything? I don't know, because they're like Jason could bench like a whole car, right? He could lift up anything. I think. Even in Freddy versus Jason, he had a lot of strength inside of his like dream powers and everything. 2018 Michael versus 2018 Laurie versus part 6 Jason. Oh man, I would say Fist. 2018 Laurie will just get killed, but she's got the guns, right? After you take away her guns, what she got? So I think part 6 Jason. I'm just gonna say it, man. Part 6 Jason pretty much beats everybody. I think even like, all right, here after part 6, it seems like look at this, Jason. This is Jason, part 7, the new blood. You see, at the end of part 6, they put a chain around his neck, and he's just like at the bottom of the lake. So he got like wet and slimy and gross, and I think he lost some of his power in that because in part 7 he didn't seem as strong. And I guess he didn't have like the utility belt or anything. That's why I go part 6 Jason is probably the strongest Jason, probably one of the strongest boogeymen out there to date. He'll beat anybody. That's why here, check my part 6 uncut kills, recut kills video, dude. I go over the whole thing. He will kill anybody. All right. If you keep making more Michael movies after Halloween ends, they're going to make a shit ton of money. Yeah, dude. Like, I think they say Halloween ends, but that can not even mean the end of Michael Myers. That could mean, like, hopefully they're just going through the whole Halloween night, right? Like, maybe even starts to mess with people later after Halloween. Who knows? Who knows, man? Or that's just the end of that story. It could be sort of like Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Rises. You know, like that was just one version of Batman that sort of ended after those 3 films. It wasn't the end of Batman movies, so you could just do something else. I would like to be like more matchups afterwards. You missed my other matchups. What other matchups? Which one did you say? Oh, part 3 Jason here. Part 3 Jason versus 1981 Michael. Oh man, all right. Part 3 Jason versus, and 81 is the sequel, right? So you gotta go. What's the biggest kill you got in there? See, if you go through my videos too, I should upload more videos for this too. Or I had more stuff to upload for us. But basically, part 3, Jason was still like, I crushed your head. You got to go by the kills. So he crushed a fool's head. He popped the dude's eye out. He chopped someone's arm off. And part 2, he was able to drown a girl. I think the most supernatural thing he was super strong because he picked up that girl, right? He stabbed her and picked her up like this, like had her feet dangling. That's pretty strong, man. That's like one-handed too. So you're like, whoa, this guys, he's on something. He's on those roids. Shit. He got really strong in between part 1 and part 2, even though part 1 happened only like hours after part 1 ended, right? He got super strong in the meantime. But part 3, Jason could run and could use a harpoon gun. Oh man, that's why I'm not trying to favor Jason. Like I love Jason, but Michael's got to win one of these matchups. Maybe that version's pretty strong. Like he couldn't even get burnt. He got blown up, right? He got shot in the eyes and still kept coming at you. So, all right, maybe I'll give it to 1981, Michael. So there you go, because he was even able to go blind. Like, yeah, part 3, Jason got hit in the head with the machete and went down. And Michael straight up got shot in the face and both eyes and kept going. You gotta give it to 1981, Michael. Then there you go. That's my reason. I wish I could do a poll thing. I want to steal the idea from Wham. They have polls and everything on them, you know. But they also have like counters. They go vote 1 or vote 2. I want to do a Zoom thing because I could just pull out a poll question and people could answer it. Oh, part 22, Jason versus Pirate. There's not that many. Maybe in the years, right? Uber Jason will beat everybody. Sorry to say. All right, here we go. Oh, all right. Part 2, Michael versus part 2, Jason. Dude, you gotta go That's all right. That's Halloween. That goes to Michael Myers. Michael Myers wins that one. Because part 2, Jason, he even got his ass beat a little bit by Jenny, but he was still sort of super strong, like stabbing people with like a spear through 2 people. That's pretty strong. So 1981, Michael, for sure. Halloween ends the end of his current timeline. Yeah, I could see that. But is he actually going to end and die? That's what. Or it could just be like that could be the end of Lori, right? Because, dude, if you have a cash cow like this and it's going, keep it going. But you could Michael's so used to sort of getting killed and start again. So you could just like kill Michael, but like you make a movie 2 years later, like a different version of him. And, we'd all forgive it. Like, whatever. All right, what Jason are we talking about in the fight? Remake Jason, the classic Jason, or Freddy versus Jason? Jason. I would say take the best version of Michael versus the best version of Jason. So I would say the best. You know what? If you go Uber Jason, he kills everybody. He might even kill Pinhead. He's that damn strong. So I think different versions of Jason seem a little bit overpowered, right? So if you take like the version of Jason at his strongest versus Michael at his strongest, definitely Jason is stronger and would win. And he should win, right? Would Michael outsmart him or something? Who knows? That's why they're really clamoring for Freddy versus Jason. Then they set that up for like 10 years. But I think we all want Michael versus Jason now. That's the newest matchup everybody wants. Remake Jason versus Halloween Kills Michael. Oh, man. Remake Jason was pretty cool, dude. Hey, what's going on, Squid? Rob Zombie Michael versus Part 4 Jason. Oh, man. We got to talk about this. Rob Zombie's Michael was so fucking tall, dude. That was like pro wrestling football player Michael. Like that fool was not inconspicuous at all. That's why like even in the trailer for Halloween Kills, you sort of see like a crowd of people outside. And I even say like, what if Michael escapes the basement, takes off his mask? That fool can blend in. Like Rob Zombie's Michael Myers, he couldn't blend in anywhere. That fool was about 7 feet tall. You notice him from everywhere. So maybe that Michael Myers probably beats Part 4 Jason. Because Part 4 Jason got killed by a kid. I mean, granted, he was pretty strong, but he still got killed by Corey Feldman. What is the weakest Jason and Michael? Oh, was the weakest that they ever been? Probably kids. Once they're kids, even when Freddy versus Jason was happening, and then they went like, "Oh, so you are afraid of water or something?" He became a kid. So I think when Jason is at his being a kidness, like when he's a child, that's his like weak state. Like when he hibernates or he gets killed, he always goes back to his kid state. Like Jason Takes Manhattan, right? He was like covered in that toxic sludge and everything. So that was Jason at his weakest. So after that, you see him being like a trembling little kid. So every time he's hurt or damaged or something like that, or he's really on the ropes, he goes back to the kid version. So kid version of Jason and kid version of Michael, because Michael can't kill nobody if he's a kid. He can only kill his fine ass naked sister because she didn't see him coming, right? But in a real fight, come on, man, Kid Michael will get beat. And there's teenager version of Michael and Rob Zombie's version of Michael. Like he pretty much killed that bully, but he got the jump on him and sort of cheated a little bit. He fought a little bit dirty, but that's the kid version. He can do it. The weakest Michael, H2O. Really? Oh, man. Well, yeah, I guess it's sort of cheap if I say the weakest version of Michael is a kid version. But he is a kid for at least the first like 10, 15 minutes, 10 minutes of part one. He's a kid. And if you watch the TV version, see, all right, I got footage of the TV version of Halloween. And I was going to break down like what they really add and what they took away, because it's crazy. Because you see Dr. Loomis inside of a like in front of a board of doctors, and he's saying his whole thing is like, I want Michael to be locked up, and they go, "No, you're crazy. He's a catatonic," and he goes, "He's only faking being catatonic." And then he goes to Michael Myers' room and just sees him as like a little bit older too. Like he's like a blonde kid still. And yeah, but apparently he got like black hair later. But anyways, I was going to make a video about breaking down those parts. Cause I don't know, man. I know I saw that at a earlier time, but now it just amazes me that there was even another actor who sort of played Michael Myers, played like sort of teenager Michael Myers. I mean, Michael is pretty fucking smart in most of the movies. Yeah, man, I give it to that. Michael's pretty smart. But Jason is smart too. Jason is pretty smart. Remake Jason versus Halloween Kills Michael. Oh, yeah, I think we were covering that. So I would have to say remake Jason used bear traps. He used traps. He used those mines to get around. But Michael seemed more indestructible. All right, I'll go Halloween Kills Michael because he's supposed to be like really more badass too. But I really like the remake version of him. I mean, Michael's pretty, yeah. Check out the stop motion for Jason versus Michael. Oh, there's a stop motion for Jason versus Michael? Oh, man, that'd be cool. Allison versus Part 5, Fake Jason. Oh, man, that's a good matchup because they're both sort of like grounded in reality, right? So if you got to go that, I would have to say you got to go with maybe Allison. Well, Part 5 Jason. Part 5 Jason, he was sort of just as strong as Jason was, you know? Like he broke through doors, he was able to stab somebody and hold them up, you know? So Part 5 Jason, and even though it was Roy and not the real Jason, but Allison's pretty bad, man. She stabbed Michael a couple of times and put him on the ropes a bit, so I don't know. I think That's a good matchup though. Like I said, you want Allison versus other people, man. That'd be cool. Like get her out of the Halloween franchise and put her in something new. Human Jason was pretty smart and reboot Jason. They were, man. They were setting up traps. Remember reboot Jason? They were like, oh, they threw an axe at that guy's back and we should go help him. Nah, it's a trap. Like, oh shit. And he also set up those bear traps when the guy was walking up and stepped in it. Pretty crazy. Yes, it's on YouTube. Oh, very cool, dude. Put a link down in the comments. I'll definitely check that out. See, because I was like, let me put up some clips. I wish I just had like a couple of small little tiny clips. Because any more clips I put, I get like fucking shut down for. Oh, here. I just finished watching all the Nightmare movies. I didn't enjoy it very well. Oh, Laser. Oh yeah, they're all on HBO Max right now. I don't know, man. Nightmare on Elm Street's my shit, dude. I love them. Maybe they don't age as well for like younger audiences, I think. Cause you go, well, I guess they know how it ends, and then like if you gotta watch the bad ones too, like Freddy's Dead and all that. Like when I was growing up, that's when like when I was older, that's the movies I was able to see in theaters. Like I was able to see Freddy's Dead, and you go, wow, well that was almost like he was already on the decline by then. So I think when you watch it all in all, like if you watch 1, 2, and 3, boom, that's great. Keep that trilogy in mind. Like I think if you make 1, 2, and 3, that's like the best trilogy that any boogeyman has got. Even look at Michael and Michael, Jason, everybody. They never had like 3 successful movies back to back, right? So you get Halloween, you get Halloween 2, which was good, and then Halloween 3, like, oh, they never were able to get like 3 back to back, like in succession. Even Jason, you even go like 2, maybe if you even consider like 1, 2, and 3, but 3, I don't know, man. I don't love 3. It takes a while to get cooking on 3, so. But like 3 great ones, yeah. I think Nightmare 1, Nightmare 2, and Nightmare 3. So if you watch just those 3, that's you can finish the trilogy there. Like Dream, after Dream Warriors, it sort of took a decline. But even part 4 was still sort of good. But yeah. I just wish there was more Freddy in the movies. Yeah. They spend like because Freddy's a little bit overpowered for these kids, They gotta figure out a balance where somebody like could get some offense on them, Like Dream Warriors was such a cool concept. Like, oh man, you could just bring in everybody. That's why I say, like, man, you could dream Iron Man in it. You could have Iron Man as I'm Tony Stark in my dreams and shit. Or I'm the Hulk in my dreams and I'll go up against Freddy Krueger. That's so easy. You could do crossovers for all that. It's the dream world. Anyway, you could go crazy with it. I hope that's what they do when they bring Freddy Krueger back. Like lean into the craziness of it. Like, hey, I'm going to dream this and I'm going to use dream powers and stuff like that. Instead of just doing the reboot, like, of what we already know, like, all right, he kills you in your dreams. And basically, they're just making a shittier version of the first one. But, man, we are on a Freddy Krueger dry one. I will lose my shit if there's another Freddy Krueger trailer or something like that. There was a fake trailer that I really got fooled. And it was like a Netflix series, like Nightmare on Elm Street, the Netflix series, and it really sucks. You got such blue balls watching. And you're like, oh, fuck, I want that so bad, but it's not going to happen. All right, Pinhead versus the Strodes and 2018 kills Michael. Oh, man. Pinhead. Pinhead's like runner and demon guy, chains, all, but you have certain rules where you could mess with Jason. Like Pinhead. You have to you have to mess with his box. So if you don't mess with his box, then I don't know if he can mess with you. But he's always messing with detectives or something like that. But I don't know, man. I got to deep dive into more of like Pinhead territory. But Pinhead's actually having a movie come, not a movie, but a TV series come out, and a movie. They said because something like Clive Barker is suing for the rights to come back. Just type Michael Myers versus Jason stop motion. All right, I'll do that. Maybe put it over there. Maybe get sponsorship. They're like White Claw. Black Cherry, that's the best one. Oh, I know. All right, cool. If it's something like that in stop motion, I could definitely get into that. What is it? Jason versus Michael stop motion. I'm okay with having to wait a little bit on a Freddy in part 3 because the dialogue is so fucking good. That's right. Oh man, I love Dream Warriors. That's probably like the best one. People either go 1 or 3 is their favorite one. Because that's what you got to do with the new one, because it just like reintroduced Freddy, like, because they did a whole part 2 thing and they just went, yeah, fuck that doesn't exist. Because basically they did like a Halloween 2018, but they did that with part 3 Dream Warriors. Get what I'm saying? Because they just went, yeah, part 2 happened, but we're going back to like skip over all that Jesse moving into the house, and we're just jumping right into this is the sequel to the first one because they acknowledge Nancy's back and the dad and what actually happened to the mom. So it was like more of a direct sequel to the original. So that's what Halloween 2018 did, and that's why it's so good too. So like I don't think they respected their audience good enough when they were trying to make a reboot for Nightmare on Elm Street. They just figured, let's go darker and scarier. And you know what? That's not what we really like about Freddy. Like you said, Laser, like the dialogue is so good, like welcome to prime time. And the kills are so fun. And him just doing like his whole puppet thing. Cause you know what? To be honest, Freddy could just like, you wake up in a dream, Freddy could be like, hey, I got you. Gah. And just kill you right away. That's no fun. It's sort of like it. That's why I go probably Freddy versus Pennywise would be such a cool crossover because they both work and they're both like get their powers off of fear. So it's like Freddy versus Pennywise is a better matchup than Freddy versus Jason, and Jason's better matchup is Michael. Because it's almost like Freddy versus Jason. It's almost like saying two different sports. Like, who wins, Tom Brady or Floyd Mayweather? You go, well, it's two different sports. What the hell you go talk about? Yeah, you can't compare the two. But Jason and Michael, they're both in the real world. They're both strong. They both have pretty much similar kills, and pretty much even Friday the 13th said like after Halloween, that's what we are trying to do. So there they go. Is the Chucky TV series out yet? No, it is not. And I think it's been delayed a bit. Like they've had some problems. Like at first it was called the Child's Play TV series, and now it's Chucky. But then I hear they're also doing like the Child's Play 2 is going to be coming out. So you're going to get the Child's Play Mark Hamill Chucky, and then you're also going to get the Brad Dourif Chucky. So you're going to get like competing Chuckies. But that's cool, man. I always thought they should do that more. Like, dude, just because you have a Batman movie out, like they're trying to do that now. Like they're going to have the Batman, and then they're going to have like DCEU Batman. And, with Justice League, and he's going to fight and team up with Superman and all that stuff. Oh, I sent you a link to it. Oh, all right, very cool, Byron. Gotta check that out. Or here, I could do like share screen, like Jason versus Michael, stop motion. Oh, check your Twitter. Oh, okay, cool. All right, here, let me see if I could do that. Can you try to convince me that the first Nightmare is the best? Because when I watched it, I thought the other sequels were better. Come on, Laser. Nightmare. That's what. Oh yeah, that's my poster up there. Shit. Oh, my back's not. All right, whatever. It's back there, but most definitely, man. Part one is the best. I like part one probably better than Dream Warriors, just because it's like Nancy with her friends and her friends dying off, and it just shows like I think it's a little bit more scarier too, right? It like part three is the funner movie. You have the lines and the kills are better and more over the top. It's definitely funner, but as a classic and as original as part one was, I think that's why I like part one. But people even go like I think even like Cody Leach, he ranks like dream his he just made a list of like top 50 horror movies of all time. And even if he put like number 5 is Nightmare on Elm Street and number 4 is Dream Warriors. Like it's like better in that way, but you have to have the original for that one. So it's almost like those two got to go together. It's not like they could just make Dream Warriors out of nothing because Freddy Krueger just shows up. We all saw the other movie, so you have to have one to have the other. So, and I think even if you marathon it, like you watch one and then sometimes I skip 2 and go to 3. Like for the longest time, I didn't like part 2 for the longest. Like I went, oh man, part 2. But then I found out it was Jesse and it was about AIDS and gay stuff. Now I watch it and giggle my ass off. But yeah, I definitely love the first Nightmare. And why is it the best? It's just Freddy's scarier, man. And you can't even beat like Johnny Depp getting eaten by that bed. It cracks me up too. Because I go, what? Because those other kills Freddy does, he sort of convinces you like, okay, maybe Rod killed Tina in the bed, right? Like boyfriend kills somebody. And maybe Rob hung himself in the jail cell, right? I just love how Freddy actually like covers his tracks that way. So he makes people believe in the real world that, Freddy's not real and he sort of just these are suicides and they all have like the police doesn't know anything about Freddy. But by the time Johnny Depp gets eaten by a bed, you go, what the fuck? How you go explain that? The bed ate the boy. Yeah, the first one is amazing. All right, Byron. Dream Warriors, Freddy versus Allison. And you know what? Why don't they have Freddy versus Allison? Allison could run into Freddy later, and then we can also set up like Freddy versus Jason or Jason versus. Let's just have a whole monster mash thing full of all these guys, right? Like, what's Freddy doing nowadays? Nothing. What's Jason doing? Nothing. The first one's amazing. I agree. The first, you know what? The only movie that's the first one that people don't regard the best is Friday the 13th. People go, Friday the 13th part 1 is okay, but nobody ever goes like, dude, that's one of the best ones. Maybe it's the camera angle. Let's see. Is that one better? Yeah, but I don't know how far back I could go. Maybe I'm too close now. I don't know. Hey, what would you do if you found out there was a Truman Show, but they were recording you? Man, that's some schizophrenic stuff. Oh, no. Well, you know what, dude? We put cameras on ourselves all day. We record and we put our updates for everybody. I would just be more embarrassed or something. Like, man, or you know what? What about Truman Show? Every time he jacked off, well, what would they do then? Like, oh my God, Brian's gonna spank it again. We gotta go to a commercial. That's a commercial break. It's just for your embarrassing moments that would suck. That's right, Byron. 1 and 3 are classic. Those are the best of the bunch for those movies, at least. You see, that's why I don't know, man. Like they never got the height of part 3. That's why, like, I was still excited for every single like Freddy sequel, because you're like, dude, maybe they can make a good one. They made part 3, and that was good. Let's try to get more of those. But yeah, 1 and 3 are awesome. I want to watch it again now I mention it. They're all on HBO Max too. That's why I even did like was it like 2 months ago? I did a Nightmare on Elm Street. Like I did a kill count video and then like a live stream. And some of those live streams were actually doing better than the actual like video that I spent editing and everything. I go, I don't know, what's up with that? But yeah, dude, I definitely love all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. They were my favorite like Boogeyman franchise. I'm definitely like a Fred head. But Jason movies I grown to more appreciate too, because Jason's just very super strong, and the video game actually brought it back too, man. Ever since the video game came back, even hype for the video game, I was starting to like, oh man, Jason's pretty awesome. He's it took it, he's a little underrated, because I think after Jason Goes to Hell and then Jason X, even though people I still like Jason X, but then the remake came out and then people were on board with it, but it didn't like blow people's socks off. I'm talking about, like, I think they gotta come hard with this next one. Like when they do something, they gotta make it fun. That's why people like Dream Warriors more, because Dream Warriors it's fun. The dialogue's fun. You already set the groundwork. I'm not saying the first is bad. I'm just saying I'd rather watch the second and third and fourth. Yes, I like the fourth one too. But I say, yeah, the jokes are funnier. They have sort of like better kills, but I don't know, to watch like a nice classic like horror movie, and I think like part 1, it would actually scare people. You watch like you put on part 1 for your kids, they'll be actually scared. Like part 1's actually just like visually scary, at least for a kid too. Like maybe a kid could even watch like part 3 or part 4, because part 3 he's still like they have that good balance between scary and like comic book feeling. But I don't know. Yeah, part 3 was just so awesome and fun and entertaining, and that's what they're missing out of a lot of these like slasher movies. Like Freaky was that too. It was like more entertaining than scary. Like we got some good body horror, some good jokes. That's what's the point supposed to be. Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street versus 2018 Michael. Oh shit. Well, Nancy's pretty old now, so. Yeah, but she also she got on Hypnosil later and died, so I don't think they can even like mix the two together. But 2018 Michael would probably kill her. But maybe, I don't know. She's a really good final girl. See, that's always like a good mix. Like, why can't like Superman face Joker a couple of times? Like, Batman's got so many great villains. Just mix up some of the villains and the heroes. I'm totally down for that. Does anyone else sort of want another Evil Dead? Laser, there actually are making another Evil Dead. Evil Dead has so much coming out right now. I haven't covered it on my channel, but there was a Evil Dead video game trailer. Maybe I will. I would definitely play it once it comes out, but there's a Evil Dead multiplayer game coming out, and it looks really cool. It's almost like Call of Duty Zombies, where it's you versus like four friends versus like endless waves of deadites or something like that. It looks very, very cool. But oh yeah, and they're having a movie called Evil Dead Rise. So it's supposed to be like the Evil Dead concept, but inside of like a skyscraper. Won't that be fun? Kay tried to convince me to watch A Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh man, Tech, though, we were we got off the path of Jason versus Michael, but it's all good. We're just like basically Q&A, and let's get into like more matchups and stuff. I want to see how far I could take this concept too. Like we could even do polls and stuff, or maybe break it down like single movies and commentary was actually a better way to go. But man, you should watch Nightmare on Elm Street. See, that's the poster right behind me on the whatever on the left. Nightmare on Elm Street's one of my favorites all the time. I would even say Nightmare on Elm Street's probably up there. Like sometimes even I watch, I go like, you are top 3 of all time. Like I don't know, man. I just love it. I love the humor. I love, just how Freddy covers his trails. I don't know, man. I loved it. But dude, you should definitely watch it. Watch it along with me, dude. I even made a video about I made a kill count theory about it, and I did a watch along with Nightmare on Elm Street. And that was like one of my first times like, dude, let me try to do this live stream thing, and it blew up like crazy. I was so surprised. Like I'm still trying to get my streams up that well. Maybe it was my fault too. I saw her like mixed around the time of this. Like I put the times a couple of different times, but yeah. Or it's a Sunday. I don't know, but I'm having fun. Cameron, Lonnie, and Wham, Mike, and Jay. Oh, Cameron and Lonnie versus Wham. I don't know, man. They're both girls, and maybe they would kill him. Yeah, can't. Oh, because Cameron, yeah, Cameron from 2018. He's a dick, but I think they're more important than Wham. And I think Wham would like to die in a movie too. So I'm going with Cameron and Lonnie. That's very good. I like Wham. That's why I was like, let me steal. I already took kill counts from Dead Mean. I might as well take matchups from somebody else. But whatever. You know what? Maybe this could be like more of a test stream, and I could actually have like, let's compare like who had the better kills. Because look, dude, I had like different topics to get into. I was like, who has the bigger kill count? Like, dude, if you've noticed that Jason has the bigger kill count right now, like by 30 or something. Fuck, I should have the graphic up there. I could do that. Like, I don't know, but he has like 30 more kills than Jason. I mean, he has 30 more kills than Michael, but it seems like Michael's going to pass him up with kills and ends because, Jason's not making any more movies. But I don't know if you can even count like the whole of Michael Myers kills versus the whole of Jason kills. Because Jason basically was one character all the way from part 1 all the way to Freddy versus Jason, right? The reboot's the first time they actually went, okay, we're starting over again. So a part of me wants to believe like if you have one kill count, you have the kill count all the way through. Because Michael had a kill count and he sort of stopped. He went like, all right, part 1, part 2. He took part 3 off. That didn't count. And then part 4 was still going with 2. Part 5, then H2O was still part of that like same timeline. No, but they wrote off 4 and 5. So then they were mixing it up. So that's a whole new kill count then. Because you're like, this Michael is not part of those other Michaels. So in reality, what his new kill count is only like his new kill count for 2018 would only be the people he killed in part 1. Like I think it was like 7 people versus Halloween 2018. I did a video about it. Shit. It seemed that like it was 12 or 13 to me or something like that. So pretty much like 20 all in all. But Jason's run went all the way up to Jason X was the same character. So it's like, how many kills can you get with one character all the way through? Because maybe he does something. I want to see Jason or Michael do something like kill a bus, take down a plane of people like Brightburn, so you can actually like up your kill count. But if you're gonna count the remakes and every time he's had an on-screen kill, no matter what, like what timeline or anything, I think Michael Myers will beat Jason in the short term. Maybe just with Halloween Kills. It seems they say he's going to have a really high body count in Halloween Kills. So hopefully that'll put him right over the edge. I'll put a graphic up about it. I have it saved in my phone and I'll put it on the community page and everything. But Jason definitely has the bigger kill count, but I think that's how they wanted it that way. Like even Michael has more of like long lasting characters like Tommy and Lori and different people that he was chasing and never killed or whatnot. Dr. Loomis, like he's had a lot of people who he never quite killed, but Jason never really had that. Jason just went from one movie and went, okay, I finished killing all these people. Let me get a whole new group of people to kill. So maybe that's why he had always a bigger kill count. I don't know, man. I'm leaning towards Jason a lot of these, but that's just how it is, man. I like Michael. I love Michael. I can't. If you look at my channel, look at all the damn Michael Myers videos I got. I got a lot of Friday the 13th videos, and I hope they even announce there's a new Friday the 13th movie. I'll start making a whole shit ton of Friday the 13th content. I even started by making Friday the 13th game kill comparisons, and that was like almost one of the first times I was like, oh, I could do something by like edit a video and get a lot of views off it and everything. I don't know, I was super stoked for like getting like 1,000 views. I'm still stoked about getting 1,000 views on a video. Those are glory days. And I was also going to go into like who had the better movies, right? That's all subjective. All right, let's go back to the chat. All right, the first Nightmare movie my friend watched was the second, and he never watched another Nightmare movie since. Oh, was he that scared? You see, if you're that scared because it was a scary movie. And my friend watched was this. Oh, okay. Ain't no. Well, you know what? And another one I saw in theaters that was different was New Nightmare. People largely forget about New Nightmare because it was so meta. And in that way, it's sort of like the movies did exist, but, Freddy came into the real world. So they've had much different timelines with that and with Michael. So we could definitely use another timeline with Jason, too. But yeah, I could see how it's sort of scary. So yeah, I don't know, man. I love horror movies. And they never really scared me much. I was just more entertained. Like that's why I love sort of Freddy too. Like, oh man, you could do dreams, or can you? I get so many questions. Like, dude, what happens if you get on a plane and you fall asleep? You still like the dream things go through, or you're just marked, and it doesn't matter where you go in the world. Because come on, man, Jason and Michael, you get on a plane, you could leave their ass forever, right? Like that's how you defeat them. How long are you gonna be streaming? Because I'm trying to stay the whole time. Oh, thanks, Laser. I don't know. Maybe we'll go like 20 something more minutes. Because usually I stream like watching a movie or something. But I was like, let's have a discussion on who wins, Jason versus Michael. And I came to the conclusion that Jason wins. The part 6, Jason beats every version of Michael. That's about it. Like you have to go like which version beats which version of Jason, or Michael. But you go like, dude, at his strongest, Jason always will win. I'm sorry. I don't know. Everyone's so pro Michael Myers right now. And people go Michael Myers. But I love Michael Myers too, man. But he's pretty much a human being. Jason, you cut off Jason's head, he will still live. He might even grow back the head, or he'll do that whole Jason goes to hell thing and jump in different bodies. He's just way more supernatural than Michael is. Like maybe you gotta do something to strip them both down where they're both like regular people. But here, let's uh Drum Downs versus Cameron from Halloween 18. Oh man, I don't know. Drum Downs was in the army. You gotta give him that. He's a little bit grown. I go with Drum Dums because Cameron's just a kid, but I don't know, man. I think Dums also jogs and he's pretty much in shape. So yeah, I think he wins. Hey, does the comic of Freddy versus Jason versus Ass kill counts count? Ooh, that's a good question. Friday, Jason. Oh man, I love that name. I I really want to pick up that comic book. Like I haven't read a whole bunch of comic books lately, but I think I want to try to order that one off of Amazon or something like that. Maybe I'll cover that in the channel, or at least like you can find like an Instagram full of or something like that. But yeah, I don't think comic book counts as canon because just it seems like it's just a one-off, but that would have been an awesome movie. So yeah. All right, here. Where am I? Be right back. See you later. Hey, Pop Dollar. I love Michael, but Jason got it. That's what I'm saying, dude. I love Michael. Michael, you're great. You're making awesome movies. It's pretty much you have better movies because you could die. Because you go, Jason, you can't kill Jason. And Jason was always sort of weird. Like even if you get in a car and you drive somewhere, you get out, Jason could be still there. You're like, what the fuck? I thought you walked. How do you catch up with me? That's why even like I go like Wolf Friday the 13th the game, man. Teleport. You gotta wait a little bit, then you couldn't use the teleport function. Yeah, but Jason's got man, and he doesn't have a utility belt. You know what? I really just want part 6, Michael, to return. Like they need to make a part 6, or part 6, Jason. They need to make a part 6, Jason. Like Jason Lives sequel just to that. Cause I don't know, man. I like New Blood, but people didn't. But I get what they were going for. Like they were like, let's have him versus somebody who's strong. Like they were still like by part 7, the New Blood, they were still trying to figure out how do we get Freddy versus Jason. So they were like, let's do the next best thing. Let's get like Jason versus Carrie. Or you know what? Jason better face like mix one of these guys up with the superhero. You know what I'm saying right now? I'll put this on the record, man. Like Disney owns Fox, and Fox has all the superheroes, and Fox has Predator and Alien. You got to have one like the Avengers versus Aliens, or Wolverine versus Predator or something like that. You gotta mix those two up together. Like we're having a couple of versus movies come out, man, like King Kong versus Godzilla. So that's another thing. Like, dude, if that movie jumps off, we'll probably get a whole bunch more versus movies, right? Because they'll go, whoa, King Kong versus Godzilla is like this much popular versus if we just have Kong or Godzilla by itself. I think that was the case with Freddy versus Jason too. Like you thought you would get more versus stuff because at the time Freddy versus Jason made more money than both either Nightmare on Elm Street or Jason movie. So I don't know, man. Probably get both of them. Hey, sorry I was late. Just talking about the Saints versus Buccaneers game with my friend. Also, all right, man. I would have talked about that. Go Bucks. That's right. I said it. I'm in the LA area, but I'm a Tom Brady fan, so you definitely got to go Bucks. And what he's in the NFC NFC, he's in the championship game again. He's definitely the greatest of all time. Sorry. Even like LeBron James and stuff is still winning championships, but not in his 40s. Like, come on, man. And even it was an awesome matchup versus Drew Brees as well. Just an awesome game. That's why I was a little bit late to this. I wanted to either stream before that game, and glad that it was such a close game too. But at least the Bucks won it in the end. I even heard a friend of mine saying, "Why don't you start a whole new channel and talk about sports?" I go, "I don't know, man. I like horror movies. I could talk forever about horror movies. I could talk a bit about sports, but not as much as like horror movies like this. This is my jam." Hey, let's go. What's up, man? The laser. Yep, yep. That's right, Shaggy. Brian, imagine me and you doing the clap scare from The Conjuring 2018 and Halloween. Michael Myers kills both. Yep. That clap game was cool. I wish they would have brought that back. They just did that for like it seemed like a cool thing to put in the trailer. But The Conjuring, the third one. I hear that it's not directed by James Wan. That's what sucks, but I don't know, man. It should probably still hold up. But some of the Conjuring universe movies have really been bad. Like The Nun was so bad, or the Curse of La Lorna was really bad. And it's not that Annabelle Comes Home was that bad to me. It just seemed like a lot of jump scares. And they're like, here, let's introduce new boogeyman. And I go, I thought this was your version of like Captain America Civil War. Like, oh man, you have La Lorna, you have the Nun, you have all these people. Why? Let's bring them all into this. Or you could bring, hey man, we got Poltergeist here. We got something. You could cross over with anything at that point. You could went, oh man, we got a Chucky doll in this fucking room, right? They could have done anything with that whole like room full of possessed items, right? And they didn't. They didn't do anything like that. I was just more upset at the potential that Annabelle Comes Home had. Like I was even mad about anything else. Like it had like crazy amount of jump scares. But I don't know. That's about it. Is Halloween Kills coming out in October? Sorry if Kills it. Yeah, no, there's no dumb questions. Not here, dude. Oh, I think it's October 17th or something again. Yeah. Like it was supposed to be the original date that Halloween Ends was coming out. So I don't know, man. So they're definitely gonna have Halloween Kills come out in October. And they said this year it's definitely coming out. Theaters are going to be open or not. And you know what? We thought theaters would be open by now, dude. Like, what happened? We thought like this whole COVID thing would last like 2 or 3 months. We're heading towards like lockdown being a year already. And even we got a vaccine. Like, we still can't get everybody vaccinated enough to actually open everything up. So who knows, dude? And there's also like I heard it mutated, and it could be like COVID 20s out there, and we never get back to movie theaters. So I don't know, man. Who knows? Hey, Brady's better than Breeze because he could win in a clutch time. I'm not yeah. See, man, Brady could definitely do it. And you know what? Here was the big thing. I was like, I was a Patriots fan because Brady was on there, but then Brady left, and I'm like, oh well, let's see if he could do it. And because you figure like Bill Belichick is still there, so Bill Belichick could probably still make a winning team with Cam Newton or something like that. And this is the first year they didn't make the playoffs, so coaching is important. But if you don't have the star quarterback, you can't do anything. Like you could come up with the greatest play, but your quarterback is going to fumble the ball. Like what difference does that make then? Like it's all about how strong that your star players are. But yeah, definitely. And Brady has way more rings than Breeze. Breeze is also a Hall of Famer quarterback, but Brady's just on another level, dude. He's got to be considered he's almost like the greatest of all time in any sport. He's probably, more than Muhammad Ali or Floyd Mayweather was, or Sugar Ray Robinson, or all this stuff. So I love talking sports too. So whatever. Laughed my ass off. I'm glad you have a good time, Laser. So The Nun 2 is supposed to come out in 2022 and Annabelle 4 from what I heard. Yeah, well, I guess they're going from like Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, and then they're actually going to have like more Conjuring movies like after that. So I think they had like loose ends, like maybe they're gathering all these people up. That's why I always thought they were doing, and like maybe the Conjuring could be like the Avengers. Like it would be like you make one movie, like oh you made an Ant-Man movie, oh you made what was Phase 2? I don't know, Hulk, Captain America. You may everyone has their own separate movies, and then when you make an Avengers movies, they all come together. I thought that was sort of the premise for The Conjuring, right? Like you'll have like Phase 1, and then oh something happens all the way to The Conjuring where it's like all the bad people come together and you must defeat them or something like that. Right? Like I thought that was the point. Like you introduce characters, but then they just go, well, then they have a movie and then they sort of go away. Because I was like, why was it the nun? Was the nun in Annabelle Comes Home? I don't know. I think I was just so disappointed. I need to probably watch that one again. But yeah, Annabelle 4 would be cool. Like everyone talks about Annabelle versus Chucky, and even the Chucky person was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. Of course. Like I think like some of these dream matchups don't happen more often because it was like sort of like Mayweather versus Pacquiao. They want it's a negotiation who's the A side and who's the B side. And Annabelle's definitely the A side right now, with Chucky being the well B side. So you gotta take the less cut of the money. But some things work out like that. Like Spider-Man's still with Sony, but they figured out to do something. But I'll make a video if the Nun 2 or Annabelle 4 news comes out, dude. I like to try to break news on this channel too for a bit, you know? Like if a trailer comes out, especially something very visual that I could break down. Like some with like Michael Myers and Halloween, like if they have like a little like set photo, I'm definitely gonna break it down and come up with stupid theories for it. Hey Brian, do you think the human Jason like 234 could lose from Michael from H2, H4, H6? You're right. Friday Jason. I think so, because I would say zombie Jason, he just got way powerful. Once he got brought back to life, he got back to life like he was like on roids or something like that. That fool was unbeatable. So I definitely think probably Michael and part 6, Michael could probably beat up part 2, 3, or 4. That's like sort of the good matchup. But I think if we do get a matchup with Michael versus Jason, it would probably be like Halloween 2018 Michael, because that's what the audiences are used to, like his strength and his abilities versus something like a Jason 2, 3, and 4. And we never got a sequel to Uber Jason. Maybe that, but that's way in the future. Who knows? That's why it's like, what timeline will you have these two face off? I think that's the question between everybody, because you go like Jason could probably beat Michael at certain times, and Michael could beat Jason at certain times. So, but I also go about the best prime part 6. Even if you go part 6 Michael and part 6 Jason beats him. October 15th, 2021. I know, man. Do dates mean anything anymore? We've changed dates so many times already, so I doubt that. I don't know. I doubt that maybe even movie theaters will be open by then. Because, dude, theaters are struggling. They might not even open back up at all. And you know what really sucked? Tenet came out in theaters and it didn't do as well, but I don't know, man. I didn't like Tenet. So it's not like you put like a Batman movie, like a Christopher Nolan Batman movie came out and it tanked. You go, whoa, something's wrong. But you put out this Tenet thing, and I don't know. I didn't like it, but hopefully October 15th, 2021. That's a good time. You get like 2 weeks before Halloween. Does anyone else remember the shitty Freddy's Nightmare TV show? I didn't even watch that, dude. I remember Tales from the Crypt and other stuff, or I've seen old school episodes on like YouTube and stuff, just like on down a rabbit hole. Like someone posted like a whole playlist of Freddy's Nightmares, and they had like Brad Pitt in one and everything. And, you know, it's sort of fun for what it is. And I still think that would be a good concept to use right now. right? Like they're making a movie takes so long and you get so little content from it, and maybe it's even better if Freddy would come back for like a TV show. And because you know what, back then it was a joke, like, oh, a TV show, it'll be on syndication, it'll come on at whatever time we figure out. Like, but I remember there was a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series for Netflix that had like this fan made trailer, and it really pulled me in. I was like, oh no shit, that sounds like the best idea I ever heard. Like, I don't think it would work for everybody else, but I think, like Freddy has a thing where you can actually go like, oh, someone had a dream and they moved away or they joined the army and blah, 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 or something, right? You could do so many crazier things with Freddy that I think he could definitely do a TV show like that. They should do that TV show again on a forum like Netflix or a streaming service. And I'm pretty sure it will definitely do well. Like Cobra Kai's doing hella well. Like it was a 80s thing and it got like 80s movies and it got turned into a TV show for now. Or you could catch up with the Dream Warriors now and see how they're adjusting. Like the Dream Warriors Never Died and Dream Master, right? Like you could do so much sort of stuff. Hey, have you seen the fan films Voorhees and Never Hike Alone? Yes, I have. And they just did Never Hike in the Snow. And you know what? I don't know, man. If people want it, I will do a walkthrough of that or a kill count of that or whatever the hell is a good SEO for that and get me better views. I'm all down for it. So yeah, I'm totally down for I need to watch Voorhees, but I did watch the Never Hike Alone movies, and they're good. And it's free on YouTube, so maybe I can cut it up, and they won't be such pricks about clips and not getting ad money or anything. I'm looking forward to more horror movies come out, and any sort of Jason movie is very appreciated. And I think Never Hike in the Snow was actually way better than Never Hike Alone. Like they brought in the guy, they brought in Tommy, and they brought in the guy with where the laser points you bang, and they took away all that found footage stuff that I was never a fan of. Like I think found footage has nowhere, like I don't like found footage at all anyway, but when they had those elements into the Never Hike Alone, I just like fast forward those parts. I didn't care for it. But yeah, the fan films are awesome, man. Never Hike Alone is probably the best. Even though I said Never Hike Alone's not that great, but Never Hike in the Snow is great. They're both really great. It's probably like the best fan films I've ever seen. Oh my God, Slasher, you hit 20 million subs. Wow, that would be crazy. I would quit. No, I would quit YouTube. I quit my job when I got 20 million subs. I'll be like, this is what I do full time now. That would happen. Dude, I don't even think Joe Rogan was like the most popular YouTuber, and I think he had like 6 million views or something, or something like PewDiePie. I don't even know how many he has, like 130 million or something like that. Like, I don't know, crazy. Even shit, my wildest dreams is like 50,000 or something. I don't know. I'm sort of stoked just for having this many. I didn't think this would happen. So I don't know. Thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, those fan films are awesome. Yeah, I love them, man. The fan films are great. There's a good Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street one too, where they do like prequels, and the guy who actually plays Freddy Krueger is pretty convincing, and sort of makes me want like, hey, let's do a Freddy prequel. That would be pretty fun. But I go, I want more fun with it and less scary. I don't know. But they're very good. I forget the name of them, but maybe I'll post a link to it later. Hey, yo. Wow, there should be a TV series of Friday the 13th, like a prequel where Jason kills the people living around the camp. Yeah, I would say so. But it's sort of like every year. Yeah, you could do like every season is a different Friday the 13th, right? Because Friday the 13th, because if you think about it, I think part 3 happened. He got killed. That was one weekend. And then part 4 happened. So that was almost the same weekend, but that'd be like Saturday the 14th or 15th. I think that happened over like 2 something days. So he's not exclusive just to Friday the 13th. He'll go like, I'll kickstart it. Like maybe I'll get an early start like Thursday the 12th, right? Because even Michael Myers, he sort of starts a little bit before Halloween in some movies, right? Like the night before is actually when he broke out. So he broke out on the 30th, right? So yeah, I'm down for more content. And dude, just because they have Friday the 13th and they have Friday the 3rd, they could do, I mean, they got Friday the 13th, the TV series and the movies, like they're doing with Chucky. Chucky's having a TV show and a movie concurrently going on. So that's very cool. And I think the TV show wants to do it. And then by the end of the TV show, like the finale will be like a movie. So I don't know, man. Just more content, the better. Like I think even nowadays, like maybe that's how you even reboot these guys. They tried to reboot when you make one movie, and they were, like the Friday the 13th reboot was actually like fans liked it, and no one knows why. It just never got a sequel or anything. But maybe if you had like a TV show to be like the support for that, like to keep the series going, that'd be cool. Because I think the Friday the 13th game actually helped out more with keeping the Jason mythos alive and stuff like that. Because Freddy was up there where people like Freddy. Now people are like, you know what, Jason, man. Like I think the video game actually introduced himself to a brand new audience, and people want more Friday the 13th. Oh, I would buy Netflix subscription service. They made Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh yeah, man, Netflix has a bunch of great stuff on it anyway. Like I want to do a watch along where people are actually like could watch along on Netflix. I'm always like picking movie like I know they probably sometimes they have Friday the 13th on there or Halloween or the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Like now they're on HBO Max and they could follow along. But it'd be so cool if maybe that's what they're doing. HBO Max has all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Maybe they're like, hey, if we could get the rights or we can work with the production company, because whoever owns the rights now, right? They could probably sell them or produce them and make more Nightmare on Elm Street content. That would be awesome. Or I was like, let me do a watch along with The Irishman. It's not even a horror movie, man. It's like a gangster movie, but it's my #1 performing video out of the whole month. So I go, what the hell's going on? Maybe I'll do an Irishman watch along. I love the movie. I love gangster movies too, but it's like, I made it, and I guess no one else was making it. And now I think maybe people are finding out about The Irishman, but it's like my most popular video of the whole month. So, there you go. I mean, be biased, but Jason would smash Michael over the place. Remake Michael is badass, but do you think he could defeat remake Jason? No. Remake, you know what? Maybe this Michael can defeat remake Jason, but I think Jason Part 6 can beat any version of Michael, any version. But yeah, Jason would definitely smash Michael all over the place. I agree there. Feel like ladies, man. I'm drinking my Courvoisier. It's running a little bit low. That's how I know when the show's over. Hey, I heard of a new Freddy vs. Jason fan film, a Friday the 13th fan film, where the cast of Friday the 13th films are getting hunted down by a person who saw the movies. That's very cool. That's very meta. That's very new nightmare. And I don't know, man, because were people that invested in those? Because it would be very cool to see like Jenny again. And I even was like, let me make a video about like if Paul actually survived Friday the 13th part 2. and it did nothing. Nobody cared. They're like, Paul, who the fuck? So I go, wow, that was a very niche video of me. I didn't think I I was trying to answer questions that nobody was asking. That's why hopefully there's new dude. There's like if I make a Michael Myers is trapped in a basement and how he gets out, that was like, oh man, blah blah blah. I get a bunch of clicks or something like that. But if talking about an old movie like Friday the 13th, they go like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm totally down for that, but that would be made just for me and people like that. But I'm down for it. I'm totally down for it. Even if it's a fan film, bring all those people back. Ash versus Evil Dead, but with Allison on Netflix. That's dope. Like Allison versus Evil Dead. Yeah, you really love Allison. I love her too, man. And she's holding a knife like, hey, man, I'm going to be the one to kill Michael Myers, right? I'm going after him. I'm going on the offensive because it seems like Lori's going to the hospital and the daughter goes with her. But the granddaughter, Allison, is actually like, I'm holding a knife. It has Michael Myers' blood on it. And I'm going out for his blood. I'm going to finish what I started. So great. Love it. Hey, what do you think of a Halloween series as well? Dude, all of it. I want a Chucky series. I want a Jason series. I would want a Freddy series. Dude, even if it sucks, I would still love it. I don't know. I'd probably make a video about it every week. And probably the Chucky one. You know, some people make the video about like the Mandalorian and they were like Mandalorian episode 1 reviewed. If they did that, I would cover the fuck out of every single episode. Be like, dude, did you know that? Oh my God. And they mentioned Nancy. I would totally nerd out over every single episode of that. So they got a fan base. Me. They could do it. But definitely a Halloween series as well would be much appreciated. Wait, you made a video called Friday Sexiest Moni Skinny Dip Water Dunk Peepee Tom. Thanks for Yes, I did, Laser, and it got taken down by YouTube. I don't even know where you found it, but it got taken down, or I had to put it for 18 and over. That's why I was like, if you join my Patreon page, you get the uncensored versions and stuff. But well, I gotta check it out because I've made it unlisted, I think. So only if people have the link, they can actually watch it. Because I was like, oh, well, you know, if I make it rated R and 18 and over, right, that's fine. But after you monetize the action went, you can't have any of that on your channel anywhere. So I was like, oh, man, what a drag. So I definitely uploaded to my Patreon. And that's a good plug for my Patreon. Join my Patreon for all the... that's what I was going to do. Well, I still could probably got to do it, like sexiest moments, like uncensored kills and skinny dips and all this other fun stuff that I can post, and like videos I can make that's, you know, raw and doesn't have to get censored by YouTube. Jason 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 10 and a leave. Yeah, they're all good. Well, yeah. Oh, you didn't include 4? Oh, man, dude. 4 is like the best one. And I would say 5, I would say I didn't like 5 as much. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes I skip 5, even though I like 5 a little bit now. But 6 is also my favorite one. 7, New Blood, I love. Jason Takes Manhattan. You know what? I used to like it more, but no, I could totally skip it. Jason Goes to Hell. I definitely probably skip that too. Jason X is good, man. I see some of them, they age better than others. Like even Jason X, I remember seeing that in theaters. It was like 2000 or 1999 or something. I was in high school or something. And then it's like, oh, that was very cool to go and see that. But I go, it was different, but now I appreciate it even more. And yeah, 11 is good. So yeah, but you gotta add 4 there, dude. Jason Goes to Hell is trash. Best thing is the Max and the FBI bit at the beginning. Yeah, dude, they should just made that the whole movie. Like Jason Goes to Hell is trash because it's not, but you gotta watch it under the lens as it's not a real Jason movie. It's sort of like Jason related because he was just hopping from body to body and he never even did that before. So him going to hell should have been the main thing. Like the best parts is where Jason's on screen. So at the very end and at the very beginning, in the middle could go, but I did like the characters and Duke and all that. Hey, what do you think of What If for Friday? What do you think of a What If? Oh, What If Friday the 13th? Oh, like some kill count theories or something? Yeah, I already have some videos about that. Like, did Paul live? Or I think he raped the bodies pretty much. Because he's so like anti-sex or something like that, because that's the reason that he kills people, like they're having sex instead of coming and watching me as counselors. But there's so many what ifs about Friday the 13th. Like, or there sometimes you gotta keep little things a mystery. Like I didn't even appreciate the remake. Like, well, you know how he gets around easier? He uses minds. I go, no, he could just teleport or something. Let's just leave that. Oh, I meant her, the female Ash. Oh, yeah, she'd be like female Ash, like she's actually like the chosen one. That'd be cool, man. I'm down for that. Like any sort of female Ash, because Kelly was supposed to be like the female Ash. You saw the video on Pornhub? Oh man, what? Someone took my video and put it on Pornhub. Did it get a lot of views? I should start a Pornhub account then. I was always saying that slasher and suits like after dark, and I could like cover like the best. Wait, did I put it on Pornhub? I might have. I don't know. I might have started an account on Pornhub because I was so mad. I was like, I can't let that die because I had like 2 videos up like that. And I think I did make a account where I was like, oh, I could post uncensored material in there and stuff like that. But yeah, Jason takes Manhattan trash or poop. I can't believe you saw it on Pornhub. I'm not sure if I uploaded it there. I think because I was like, it was like actually like a strike, and they were like, no, you can't have this up there. And I'm like, what? Because you know what's the funny thing? I got the video off of YouTube. I just cut it up in a way that focused pretty much on that. Like, oh, those are the best parts. And I did like boing, cartoon boing noises and stuff. And I don't know, I was just having fun with it. And it was like one of my best performing videos, even though it was like over 18. And it was back then, like, I don't know, I still don't, like some videos I make, I don't even care if the money comes out about it or whatever. I was just hoping for more clicks and more views and more people, more bigger, better audience. It's AR here, and I'm back to all these comments and about to wrap it up pretty soon. But also was going to say who had the better video games. So the better video games probably would go to Jason as well, because he has the video games where he's actually his own video game, right? And he's also in the Mortal Kombat games, and he has his own old school Nintendo games. And Michael pretty much was just in Dead by Daylight, and he was also in a Call of Duty Ghost. So man, he's still like pretty competitive on who actually had the better video games, because man, he was in a Call of Duty. So that's like the biggest video game ever. So that's really big exposure. And they only did that for Call of Duty Ghosts because I think they're trying to put like a horror movie villain or something in every map. And they had one like spooky sort of map that you had to do something crazy like get 3 headshots or something and get Michael Myers. And he wasn't in every game, but he was in some of the games. But they should have made like leaned into that more, because that was like the most funnest time I ever had on a Call of Duty map. That was the highlight of that whole video game. And I think the next map they had like a jungle map and put Predator in there or something like that. And it was pretty awesome and fun. I mean, they should just kept doing that. But I'll definitely say probably Jason has the advantage with the video games, because he had his own video game, but Michael probably had the better outlook in it with Call of Duty and Dead by Daylight. He actually had Lori in there too. So I don't know. So that's a toss up. Oh, the good Michael movies are 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 11. Oh man, 3. He wasn't even in 3. You can't even call 3 a Michael Myers movie. So you gotta go 1, 2, 4. Yeah, 5 was bad. Oh, you didn't like 6? 6 was the Curse of Michael Myers. That was a good one. 7, H2O, and then you would go 8 would be Resurrection. And then what? 9 would be the remake. And then 10 would be remake part 2, Zombies part 2. And then I think you consider 11 would be 2018, right? Am I right? But yeah, you like the first Halloween and not the second. I like actually Halloween 2 was pretty good too. So. Oh, that was my opinion. Well, that's cool. You know, we're just debating it. I mean, I don't disagree on any of those. Hey, depends what timeline for Michael for the new. Hey, what's up, Tony Blanco? The new one, he is more human than in the old timeline, which he is supernatural. For me, Jason is just supernatural. That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like not even fair. Like Jason is pretty much will punch his head off whenever he feels like it. But, you know, Michael's pretty crafty. I wouldn't put it past him to maybe get the upper hand on Jason as well, or use his mom thing, like, right? Like, you got to use Jason's weakness on him, like his mom. Like, even in the video game, you got to put on a sweater and act like you're his mom, and then you'll be fooled. Like, it seems like Jason was a little bit more dumb-witted than Michael. Michael was pretty smart too, I think, and he could drive a car, so you gotta give that to Michael. Michael could drive. But yeah, Jason's just supernatural. Maybe it's not even fair, but so maybe you should have like Michael versus somebody like Jigsaw or something like that, right? Man, that'll be interesting. Actually, someone made a fan film, Michael Myers. Oh, yeah, I saw that. They did have a Michael Myers game like that. They even had a Leatherface game like that. Like somebody made like a, I don't know if it's like a demo or like a quick trial thing, or dude, shit that kids could do with computers now, man. Like, I guess they could just like, they take like different mods. They can make like different mods of an existing video game and make it for like Jason or Leatherface or whoever the fuck. And it did come out really good. And I don't know, I always see like little videos like that, and I'm like, oh man, I should make a video about that. But then I put like my ideas in that future episode playlist, and then, you know, once I'm like, oh, let me make a new video, I go to that, and then like that's how I brainstorm some new ideas. Hey, Byron, the awesome Michael Myers films are 1, 2, 2018, 6, theatrical cut, 4. I agree with you there. Yeah. I like part 4 and 2018, and I hope Kills is gonna be on there too. So I hope Kills is part of that, and I hope future movies will be on that. Come on, man. Halloween Ends will not be the end. Michael was technically in 3 on TV, but I also didn't mean to put 3 in the other comment. What? How was he in 3? He was on 3, like, but it was sort of like in like he was on TV for a second, like, oh, it's going to be on TV soon. So even in the movie, they acknowledged that he wasn't real. Hey, this might sound stupid, but do you think of a sequel to Jason Goes to Hell where Jason comes back, but he's split in two, where one is human and the other side's a zombie? I love that idea, dude, because that could be even be the good guy. Because Jason was always sort of a sympathetic character. Like he was just a kid who drowned in a lake. Like he was a victim, right? Like was also like special needs. That's why it's like it sucks, especially like this woke culture. Like, oh man, they actually let like a mentally challenged kid drown in a lake. Terrible. That's very newsworthy. Like, yeah, so he was like his human side is he's a special handicapped boy, and Michael's human side is who knows, man. He's just a shape. We don't know what motivates him or not. But oh man, that's great. I love it. It's sort of like, yeah, like almost when Superman died. Superman died, and when he came back, he was like three other dudes. Or he was like Steel and Superboy and a couple other people. Right. And then like one by one, you found out one was a clone, one was that. And that's maybe what they could do that with Michael, but you know, he's not as supernatural and everything. Saw isn't getting enough love right now. Yeah, that's no, it has a movie coming out. It's got Spiral, but I don't know if that's supposed to actually have Jigsaw in it or it's supposed to be like a spin-off. Or it's just the last couple of movies weren't as great. Jigsaw was okay too. They was supposed to bring it back, but you know, didn't work out for him. You should stream the stop motion of Michael versus Jason one day. Oh, most definitely. That made, dude. Maybe that could be part 2 to this because I've heard that from you a couple of times. I'm like, dude, I'll definitely check it out. And if it's free on YouTube, I would love it just to watch it together. And I could probably upload it to this thing, and we can rewatch it together and comment about it, and it'll be super fun and super dope. If you see it, leave yeah, I think you said you left a link, and I'll definitely go over it. Sounds very relevant, very cool. Shaggy left. That sucks. Art the Clown. Everyone's talking about Art the Clown, man. Like he's got Terrifier 2 coming out, and I'm looking forward to that because that's like a new slasher movie. That sounds like super fun, but I would say 2018 Michael beats Art the Clown. Like Art the Clown had to use a gun. That's weak. What kind of a gun uses a gun? Really? Like you're not a slasher. I didn't like that. He used a gun. He saw the dude in half, and it was gory and it was sort of throwback until he used the gun. And I was like, you suck. But I guess that was the point. We weren't supposed to like him like that. Saw 7 weak. Well, which one was 7? That was the final chapter thing, right? I was saying that one sucked, but Jigsaw was cool, even though, like, dude, they killed him off at the end of 3, and then it was still sort of good, like Saw 4, like he actually had like tapes around, right? And I think 5 was really bad because they were trying to do like this like multi-people traps and stuff. But I thought Jigsaw was pretty cool. Maybe I'll stop at 2. So, hey, what do you think if they had Tommy Jarvis as Jason and Jamie as the new Michael Myers? Yeah, dude, that's what they were going for at the end of part 5, right? Like Tommy was supposed to be like the new Jason almost like 2 times, because after part 4 where he killed him, right, with the machete, he was supposed to take on like, hey, I'm the new Jason Voorhees, right? And then they did the same thing with Jamie at the end of part 4 on Halloween. But, part 5, they just sort of went, we don't know what we were setting up. So it's like, dude, if they would have took their time more, or it would be nice if they actually like finish that storyline. They never do, but if it was like a comic book or something, at least if you can have like a full like thought of like Jamie could be like the new Michael Myers, and And then, that sort of goes into it's a real curse, It's like the curse of Michael Myers and not just Michael just went crazy and killed his sister. All right, cool. I'll definitely check that out. And dude, I couldn't even get that up by like tomorrow or something. Hey, someone had a theme from Halloween Resurrection and so, oh, that's cool. What, maybe for like StreamYard and I can have that? Hey, when is Terrifier 2 coming out? Oh, I gotta Google that, but it's definitely coming out this year. It's coming out 2021. I see like a trailer for it or something. I'll definitely come put something out there. Hey, Terrified 2 is going to be awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely cover that on the channel. That's like one of the most anticipated horror movies of 2021. It's like Conjuring, Candyman. And I have a lot of Candyman stuff too, man. I want to even do like maybe next time I'll even jump into that. Like, let's do a watch along of Candyman, or I got a different Candyman theories, and another trailer would be cool. Or that's like the next biggest movie that I'm super psyched and excited for. Saw 5, man. Saw 4, okay. Well, Saw 6 was good. Yeah, I totally agree, man. That's exactly how I saw it. Hey, hey, what's up, Tony Blanco? I'm salty about Halloween 2018 leaving Halloween 2 out of the timeline. Also, could they have a worked 4 in somehow? No, because then you go like, well, he did break out earlier then. Like, it wouldn't make sense. Like, I don't know if it has to make a lot of sense, but this sense makes more like Jamie didn't exist. They didn't have that whole thing. It just messes up the timeline a little bit more. And I really like the Halloween 2 being left out of the timeline. Because them being brother and sister, it's weak. Like, you don't stalk your sister. You stalk somebody you're in love with, right? That's why I go Halloween 1, he was in love with Lori. Like he saw her and she was singing and he just got out of jail and he's like, I love this girl. And she walked up to my house one day and stole my heart. Besides that, like, that's why he was chasing her. That's what I like about it. When they're brother and sister, it's almost like he was programmed to go after his sister. I don't like it. So that's why I didn't like you don't notice the motive in part 4 really, or H2O. It's sort of like her brother, but I still like it that they're sort of connected and maybe just in love with her. That's why I like the Halloween 2018 more for that. Oh, someone made a fan film and Jamie as Michael Myers. Cool. If they post that in a link or something, and I'll definitely check that out. That's definitely worth watching. Hey, Dion Green, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming by. Texas Chainsaw versus Candyman. Ooh, I'm gonna have so much more Candyman content. Won't believe. I already have like 5 Candyman sort of theory videos out there. And I got a good response off of it, but I think they just didn't have any more marketing materials or stuff to promote. Like, if once I watch it or something, I'm gonna make a shit ton of Candyman movie like videos about theories about how it ended, kill count, all that stuff. But yeah, definitely Texas Chainsaw versus Candyman. I would say Candyman. Because Candyman is so Leatherface would have to say Candyman 5 times. See, dude, no one talks about matchups like that. I would like if they would suddenly do like that, I would like, whoa, I never even thought that could happen. That's almost like when they announce a boxing matchup and you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like everyone's like, oh, Canelo Triple G, but if you do like a more like Canelo versus Danny Jacobs, I go like, oh man, that's a good fight too. I want to see that. Hey, what do you think of when Tommy was Jason and Jamie as the new Michael fight each other? Oh my God, Tommy is Jason. Did you see how crazy what part 5 Jason would kill anybody because he's crazy. Like Corey Feldman's still a small dude. Like I don't know. So I don't know. Or the Tommy Jarvis from part 6 would definitely, yeah, most Tommies will be Jamie, I think. But Jamie's fine, dude. Oh my goodness. Here, I even think I got ever saved in here somewhere. Cause she's always at these horror movie conventions. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what Jamie looks like now. You are going to shit. All right, here, hold up. Here, damn it, where is she at? All right, it'll just be 1 second. Here, look at new Jamie. Oh my God, that's what she looks like all grown up. Can you believe that? Here, let me get that comment bar out of there. That is Jamie from Halloween 4 and 5. She is all grown up. Like, that is insane how hot she got. Like, I don't know, man. And could she be a killer? Yes. I want to see this version of her actually, like, not even like the really young version of her. I heard somebody, like, as a fan, she was at a horror movie convention and he's like, I had the biggest crush on you, but it just ended like yesterday. I'm like, oh my God, the authorities, please, please arrest that man. He was only attracted to her and only had a crush on her when she was a kid, but she's fine and grown up and an adult. And he's like, no, get out of here. Yeah, I'm trying to send a super chat, but my car keeps getting declined. Oh, laser, it's fine. If you want to join the Patreon, that's only like $1 or something. That'd be great. And it'll give me more motivation to put like more content out there. I got not that many Patreons right now, so if you can join the Patreon, that would be even cool. It only takes $1. You got $1 somewhere, right? I gotta promote that more. Ooh, Candyman versus Pinhead. Ooh, I love that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave her up for a little bit. Maybe people will. Maybe people clicking on it will be like, "Holy crap, who's that?" That is Jamie. Hey, do you know we watched a movie? Nope, I do not. I know them. I watch their videos and stuff, but you know how sometimes I work with YouTubers and stuff? That ain't me. I would like to, man. If I could be on one of their Friday night fights or something, cross promote, or I'd be like, hey, man, I'm having a Thursday night rumble or something like that. You want to come over on my channel or something like that. They're very cool, funny dudes. I listen to their podcasts and everything too. I love their long form stuff about it. And I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of theirs. Jamie was in the Rob Zombie remakes. Oh, since we're talking about Jamie, I'll put her picture back up. Yeah, she was. That's why people go like, because she be in the Halloween 2018 movies too. Like, that's not fair, man. She already got 4, 5, and then Halloween 1 and 2. So, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, she definitely was a good part in the Halloween movies too. So, I like her. I like her in other stuff too. I think she even did like some of the Hatchet movies or something like that. Oh, she was a kid back then. What the fuck? Yeah, right. And so I think, how old is she now? I think she's in her 30s now. So yeah, she's not a little girl anymore. It sucks that people are like, "Oh, I liked you back then, not now." Like, dude, she's even better looking now. What are you talking about? Like, I would like to watch her in anything now, just because like it's almost like Drew Barrymore. She's a great actress, and she was a great actress as a kid too. Oh, you're trying to find me on Patreon, Laser? Well, it's in the link for every one of my videos. I have a link. I put a link up there for like Robin Hood account because it's like if you join, I get a free stock. So that's something. It's almost like affiliate marketing. So anytime you see a link like that, that's where people try to get affiliate marketing for stuff. And come on, man, it'd be nice to get paid for anything if you're going to join Robin Hood or not. But yeah, if you search Slasher and Suits, it should be on there somewhere too. And I definitely got to put up something like maybe like promote like, hey, this is like an exclusive thing that you would get on my Twitter. I mean, not my Twitter, on my Patreon. So it's Slasher and Suits on Patreon. Laser. So same thing. It's got the Hockey Max guy right there. That's like my mascot. Hey, we watched a movie, did a video, an unscripted Halloween movie where Michael was going to fight Pinhead. No way, that'd be cool. I need to check out that video. Hey, do you still post there? Yeah, I've been posting video content to there. Like a lot of times I was posting like early content, but I think I was going to do like a long form like podcast, or I could just do like movie reviews or something. I want to try to put up like more content as possible and really put a lot of stuff on there to make it even worthwhile for it, because I gotta follow some people's like example. Like they do stuff they wouldn't do on their regular Patreon. Like I know Demi James does his Patreon and he kills it. He's got like thousands of patrons, and at first I was just like, let me post a couple of things on there. But now I even post like a video like early release, like two days early will be on Patreon. Or I gotta probably even do like a live stream for that too, but I don't got the audience on there, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be almost like a podcast form or something. I'll like film something or a movie review, or I'm always trying to up my game, man. I'm still trying to even find produce and get guests on here too. What's $25 do? I forgot what I put 25. I think 25 is like make a specific video, like whatever you want to do. And I think somebody said like, oh, a kill count, whatever one you want to do. And I go, that sucks because I don't have footage for everything. So, hey man, if you got money like that, that would be great. But $25, I don't know. For $25, I will come to your house and watch a movie with you. And I would, I don't know, a lot of stuff. So don't worry about it, dude. If you can't afford it, or if it's getting declined, it's fine or whatnot. But if you join my Patreon, I'll greatly appreciate it. And I'll definitely post more content on there in the coming days and weeks. Halloween in Hell, Michael versus Pinhead. Definitely Pinhead, but maybe Michael gets some powers in it too. Also, we watched a movie, did an unscripted version of Halloween 9. Oh man. See, they do different stuff that's very cool too. Like I'm also trying to do like I was doing kill counts because that's what blew up my channel. I did a Halloween 2018 kill count, and it did like 70,000 views overnight. I'll go, whoa, if I could only do that for all new movies. And then I started to do it, and it was great. It went well for a long time, and then COVID happened, and now new movies don't come out. And I feel the hit, dude. It sucks. But I'm like, I'm trying to make the best content I can, and I'm having a lot of fun here. I have James $5 Patreon. Oh, that's very cool. So it's like a good crossover. I was even looking forward to meeting him again at Monster Palooza whenever he comes around. Or I think he was even trying to do like a live show in the like Southern California area, and I'm Southern California. I might have gone, or if he was actually going to take it on tour or something like that. But very very cool. I would definitely like to check out, like maybe be a Patreon for a month, or maybe I should be a Patreon to see how he does it. Like, you gotta check out like how other Patrons are doing it to actually like see like what kind of content they come out with, and I could be like, well, maybe I'll try to offer something like that, because yeah, stuff like this, like COVID happens, and oh man, it's almost like just keeps going down and down. Because you know what, when new movies come out, that means like new movies are marketed better and everything. So it's sort of like it's real fun, it's topical and trendy, and yeah, so I don't know, but I definitely want to try to do some more on Patreon. I don't know what $35 does. That means you will be on the channel. Shit. All right, so we went like 2 hours. This is fun. A lot of people coming and leaving. See, maybe people will leave more if I got that up there, right? They'd be like, whoa, maybe they're just checking it out. Like, what are you talking about right now? Sex sells, dude. Oh, you should. That's what I've been doing, Laser. I post early videos. So most of those videos you see like on my feed, it's like I finished them, and I either finished them like late at night or something. And I'm gonna go, what if I just post it early, or it'll be like a day before I post it for everybody else. But I definitely want to like build the audience there as well. And like, man, I like you. I'm just even trying to get the YouTube up and going pretty well. Like, I wonder what We Watched a Movie does for Patreon too. I know they do something like they go, oh, we have crazy live streams or something. Or I have no idea what that means. So I don't know, but definitely I'll even do some more stuff. And if you come on Patreon, you could tell me what to do. Oh, Halloween Resurrection and Saw. That sounds hella fun. All right. I think I'm wrapping up, guys. Thank you for everybody. I'll put even a Patreon down in the description below. I want to come through later and put a maybe I can even have part 2 for this, because I think we were just talking about a lot of different versus matchups, and we didn't get to the heart and soul of all of it. Or I don't know. I feel good about it, but I wanted to even make it better. So if we could do that stop motion Michael Myers video, that would be sort of cool. And yeah, thanks for everybody for stopping by. Watch. I want to even do this video to actually promote, like, hey man, I got Michael Myers playlist videos. I got a shit ton of Jason videos. Like, go watch those. Watch those and like them, or share on your page or something like that. It's all supposed to just help out, like like old videos that are coming out. Because I really even like the last video I did with Jason Lives. And maybe I'll do a Jason Lives watch along again. Because I did a watch along, and then it just took me forever to edit the video and had other stuff come up. But, so I don't know. And I can watch Jason Lives again and find new stuff to talk about. I just love that movie. All right, bye, Laser. Thanks for that. Thanks, Jason. And hopefully watch some own videos and come through later, and catch you dudes later. Later, dudes.